Lu Sheng, Sebastian, Ecclesia, and Olu met with Binglong and her warriors on the training grounds. With her arms crossed and a smug smile, Binglong challenged Lu Sheng, asking if his silence meant he was afraid to face her. Lu Sheng simply looked at her without saying a word, staying calm. Meanwhile, Sebastian stroked his beard, thinking this was a great chance. He thought that if they fought, he could get a better look at Lu Sheng's true strength. However, to everyone's surprise, Lu Sheng let out a small laugh. He turned to Sebastian and politely told him that he would rather spend the next few days with his family, so he would not be joining the intensive training. Sebastian, though a bit surprised, accepted Lu Sheng's decision and offered to take him back right away. The response left Binglong completely stunned and visibly annoyed, unable to believe she had been turned down. With a calm smile, Lu Sheng turned and began to walk away. Binglong watched him leave, her hand gripping her sword tightly in frustration. Furious, she thought that the brat surely didn't dare to fight. She reasoned that even if he was an immortal grade, he was still just a level 10, and wondered how he could possibly be as good as her, cursing under her breath. While Binglong was angry, her followers tried to comfort her. The purple-haired woman told her not to worry, promising that if she were to compete against that saint, they would definitely be on her side. Another follower, a bald man, agreed, pointing out that the difference of almost 2 entire realms was not something easily overcome, and reminded everyone that Binglong was not just a simple level 11 warrior. However, their words did little to calm her anger. Furious at being ignored, Binglong exclaimed that Lu Sheng had dared to look down on her. In a flash of rage, she pulled out her sword, unleashing a powerful wave of blue energy. Her followers watched in shock as the immense power of a second limit break, almost a third, radiated from her. They were stunned, realizing that this was Binglong's true strength. With a confident and threatening smile, she declared she would create a tear in the void itself. She then swung her sword, unleashing a massive vertical slash of blue energy that cut through the air before vanishing completely. Her followers were left speechless and sweating, intimidated by the sheer power she had just shown. As the energy faded, the followers began to whisper to each other. The bald man voiced his concern, suggesting they needed to keep an eye on things so that the lunatic Binglong wouldn't find out what they were planning. He called her nothing more than a rabid, brainless dog. The purple-haired woman agreed, pointing out that Lu Sheng's talent was clearly better. She reasoned that although Binglong was stronger now, in the future Lu Sheng would crush her easily. Calling Binglong too stupid to be worth following, she confirmed their decision. The other 2 men quickly agreed with her, laughing as they secretly planned against their leader. Meanwhile, Sebastian teleported Lu Sheng to his family's luxurious villa by the sea. Before leaving, Sebastian advised Lu Sheng that the rewards for the top 10 finishers in the tournament were extremely good. He encouraged Lu Sheng to try and get them, to which our boy confidently replied not to worry. With that, Sebastian said his goodbyes and teleported away. By the pool, Lu Sheng's parents were relaxing. His father commented on how their son wanted them to live there from now on, having bought them the house and provided great food and a place to stay. Lu Sheng's mother was on a video call with friends, telling them that their new life felt like a dream. During the call, she was surprised to learn it was already August back on their home planet, noting the time difference was quite big. Happily, she told her friends she would speak with her son about inviting them all to visit. Her husband agreed, saying they should all come and have a good time. Just as she finished, Lu Sheng suddenly teleported in front of her, announcing his return. Overjoyed, his mother rushed to him, asking when he had gotten back. She fussed over him, saying he looked thinner and tanner, while his father casually greeted him. Lu Sheng looked a little embarrassed. At that moment, Snowy and Chingy walked in with boxes of fruit and snacks. Chingy remarked with a laugh that her big brother could be like that sometimes. Spotting them, Lu Sheng playfully waved, calling out to Snowy that he was home. The sudden greeting caught Snowy by surprise. Qinghe, however, was thrilled and shouted that her brother was back, running to pull him into a big tight hug as the whole family celebrated. Chingy joyfully shouted that her brother was back, rushing forward to hug him tightly as their parents looked on with warm smiles. Later, the whole family gathered around the dining table for a lively meal, their faces filled with happiness. Lu Sheng's mother lovingly served him food, encouraging everyone to eat more. However, the cheerful mood soon turned more serious. Lu Sheng's mother told him she felt lonely, explaining that in this new place, she didn't know anyone besides his father. Chingy sadly agreed, adding that she missed her classmates and even the simple things from home. Hearing this, Lu Sheng's father asked his son directly if their plan was really to settle here forever. Lu Sheng turned to Snowy and asked for her thoughts. With a gentle smile, she replied that she would follow whatever decision he made. Taking a moment, Lu Sheng reassured his family. He explained that they didn't have to stay on this planet. They could move to another. More importantly, he promised them that he could arrange to bring everything they missed from the blue planet to them. Their friends, his sister's school, even the food stall by the gate. His family's faces instantly lit up with shock and delight. However, Qinghe asked a logical question. If he could do all that, why couldn't they just live on the blue planet instead? Lu Sheng's expression became serious. He thought to himself that he couldn't possibly tell them the truth, that the blue planet was going to be destroyed in a few years. Explaining the coming alien beast invasion was too complicated and would only make them worry. He knew they had to move eventually, so it was better to do it sooner. Changing the subject, he laid out a new plan. He told them he would spend the next couple of days with them. They would watch the tournament and then travel together to explore the nearby planets. Qinghe was thrilled, exclaiming that it had been far too long since she had gone on a trip with her big brother. Snowy also smiled warmly, agreeing that a family outing was long overdue. That night, inside the family's villa, Lu Sheng and Snowy were in bed, with Snowy sleeping peacefully on his chest. Suddenly, she sat up, waking Lu Sheng, who asked her what was wrong. Turning to him with a smile, she showed him a small, fancy bottle, leaving him confused. She asked him to look at what was inside. With a gentle expression, Snowy explained that since he was leaving home for longer periods now, she had been keeping a lock of his hair in the bottle to remember him by. Lu Sheng seemed to find this amusingly sweet. In a swift, gentle motion, he pushed her back down onto the bed. Blushing, she asked him what he was doing. Leaning over her with a playful smirk, Lu Sheng told her to stop keeping his hair, promising that he would leave her with something more to remember him by. Snowy looked at him, completely surprised. His eyes began to glow a faint blue as he leaned in closer, telling her that she would find out what he meant very soon. The scene then cut to the outside of the villa, where suggestive sounds could be heard from their room, showing the two were sharing a passionate night together. Several days later, the grand tournament began with a massive celebration. A female announcer floated above the arena, energetically welcoming the spectators with fireworks exploding in the background. She announced that the long-awaited interstellar martial arts exchange tournament of the 12-star sectors had finally, officially begun. As she spoke, a massive glowing blue bridge appeared in space, lined with the silhouettes of the countless powerful warriors who would be competing. She declared that the most outstanding martial talents from the 12 sectors would fight, and the audience would witness the birth of a champion. The event was broadcast on a huge scale, with entire planets for spectators, surrounded by floating holographic screens. Lu Sheng, Snowy, and Qinghe watched from a prime location. Qinghe was in awe of the enormous holographic projection, exclaiming how incredible it was. Lu Sheng calmly reassured her that there was no need to rush, as the entire observation planet had been reserved just for them, allowing them to watch from any spot they wished. Soon after, their other guests from the Azure Star, including the Martial Saints, were led to their viewing area. One of the men expressed his amazement, stating that he never thought he would live to see such a huge stellar event, let alone have an entire asteroid as an exclusive viewing box. He marveled at how truly incredible Lu Sheng had become. Watching the scene, Lin Zhengyue, her face partly covered by a mask, thought about Lu Sheng's power. She thought about how back on their home planet, a level 9 warrior like him was practically considered a human god. Yet, here in the vast universe, level 9 fighters were common. Despite being on a stage filled with elite fighters from all over, she noted with pride that Lu Sheng still managed to shine with a dazzling and unique brilliance.